You know I'm a Washington. Rappers of God, these artists is peasants. I got a gift, we ain't talking presents. Plug got some gas, he grew in heaven. Good morning. Shorty be quiet, you be so extra, you like this movie. You just an extra, you got your tool. Cause that ain't a question. Fuck what they think. I know I'm the greatest, they just ain't know it. What up, what up? I know I'm the greatest, they just ain't know it. I said, fuck what you think. My superhero music this morning. What up? Let me tag the world up. You be so extra, like move. You just an extra. You got the tools. Cause that ain't a question. I know I'm the greatest. They just ain't know it. They just ain't know it. What would you think? Know I'm the greatest. They just ain't know it. What would you think? They just ain't know it. We keep our money in banks. It's what niggas thought. Boy, I'm a grinder. That's how I was raised, so that's how I'ma keep it. Boy, I keep moving up and finding a way, and they hate to see it. Niggas, they talking about shit now, and I hate to hear it. Shut up. Too many niggas out here taking L's, and I ain't trying to be losing. Could've been dead, doing the pig, but he showed mercy. Round my ways, you stay, you ain't making it free to your 30s. Riding around the town, ducking down, we stay on the mission. Penny and top of my interest. I think it, I do what I did. Really, this shit should be cold. I never tell us I snitch. Boy, I'm a great, I'm a show. I keep on running and putting in time. I covered all the bases. You niggas can't stay focused and end up stuck in your place. Fuck what they think. I know I'm the greatest. They just ain't know it. I said, fuck what they think. I know I'm the greatest. They just ain't know it. I said, fuck what you think. They just ain't know it. We keep our money in banks. These fuck niggas throw it. They just ain't know it. They just ain't know it. They just ain't know it. We keep our money in banks. These fuck niggas throwing. What up, what up, what up, what up? Had to get my mood right this morning. Trying to get everything together, do it right. So this morning we're gonna talk about Rowdy Rebel. And he had an interview with Matt Hoffa, and he was talking about how, like, the mindset of the youth, and like he breaks down about like with the King Von situation and the mindset and why black men and why the youth is dying the way it is. So we're gonna talk about that. Then we're gonna talk about, secondly, we're gonna talk about Denzel. I found this clip of Denzel Washington when Denzel, he was talking about how in Hollywood, the things that they did, and he told them, like, would it be funny if I did this with the Holocaust? And they got him. So we're gonna talk about Denzel makes a point, or they wanted him to do a movie that was insulting as a black man. And so those are 2 points. We can talk about Rowdy Rebel, and we're gonna build off that, and we're gonna talk about Denzel Washington. Right? So we're gonna start with this Rowdy. Give me a second, y'all. Hold on. Let's get it.
It's sports now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. It's like, you got to get back to that point. Sorry, flying element. Right. Take the pressure off and just be like, yo.
My shit's so low.
I feel like being independent is gonna put you there. Yeah. But it's also gonna wake up like your business mind. But it's gonna put you in a better place. You're in the best position you ever been in, bro. Because you at a position where
hey, yo, the audio super low on this show.
I got full control. So how do I want it to go? How am I gonna make it go? And you know what it's like to lead niggas. You seen the niggas that led you the wrong way. You know everything you need to know to lead niggas the right way and to keep the money in. You got it though. Hey, you from Brooklyn? Hey, you from Brooklyn? You heard? You from Brooklyn, nigga? You not from Queens? You from Brooklyn? You heard? One important thing I want to this nigga here real quick.
With all the murders and that you see going on in hip hop right now, with the killings with the young brothers, what do you feel about that?
Yeah, because you're leaving tomorrow morning to go to Takeoff's funeral.
Yeah. Nah, truthfully, bro, like right now, like you know, like in the industry, they signed a lot of artists that's from the street background.
Right.
And it feel like the more street you are, the more credibility you got, is the more they want to sign that person job because they don't want the fabricated shit.
Right.
You feel me? But I feel like as a street niggas, when we get into this shit, it's like we gotta learn how to leave the streets behind us now.
Right.
Because what we get into this shit for, to still be street niggas.
No.
Like, we talk about our shit.
Facts.
And you feel me, go off our shit.
Rowdy says, so what did we get in this shit for? To be street niggas? So just that mindset that Rowdy coming with is, think about it. All the people that sit back and they might say, yo, man, what happened to Jersey? He be up here talking knowledge, conscious guy, relationships, love, da-da-da. Hey, nigga, I'm about to be 37 in February. I don't think I should still be on the same level as I was when I was 20. And if you can't respect my growth or anybody around you growth in that manner that's going to help them propel themselves on a better understanding, then I was already cool with me walking away and not really being around in the first place, right? But I thought the objective of this shit was not to be street niggas, right? I thought that was the objective, is to not be a street nigga. To get out the streets, I thought was the goal in this shit. But it's like today, the streets then trapped us back in by saying like, oh, you ain't really with it? Like, nigga, oh, you can't speak about it if you still ain't living it. Says who? See, that's the way they keep you in the mind games and this shit. Oh, you from the hood? Oh, you still ain't in the hood? You ain't supposed to be if you in your 30s and shit. You should be on some different shit. If you're a big homie, you should be showing them niggas how to get the fuck out. But the goal is for us to not. I thought it was we supposed to get into music or do other shit to get out the streets. I thought that the streets was what we was at because that was our condition. But as soon as we could do better, we would. I didn't know that we were supposed to stay in that condition. I thought we was doing it because we came from poverty to get better. I didn't know we was supposed to go in a cocoon and become a demon and stay there all day and die there, and that's the only way to be. I'm good.
Shit. But like, when we gonna get to a point where like, what we doing is nonsense. What we doing is whack. Like, what we doing is taking away from our mothers. What we doing is just doing what they think we're supposed to be doing. Right now with me, like, I just want money, bro. I want to wake up early morning, sunset rise, and my baby girl on a boat, 5 in the morning. I see the sunset rise 5 in the morning. You know that way there?
Watch the People Woke Up live.
God damn, y'all see how low that video was? But that was just one of them. Let me show the other one from academics. Go into more detail.
It was just like a bat nigga something to get your door. Vaughn, Lil Tim, and Quanah Rondo. Here we go.
Who's in this shit? Right. I mean, so it's like everybody that's dying nowadays is because it's no nigga to be like, nah, not for. I'm sorry. Yo, go ahead.
Right.
When King Von died, the little Tim nigga, he didn't have to get up the car and start squeezing right away.
Right.
You already got your joint. Yo, back the fuck up. What y'all doing with y'all? Back up my bro real quick.
Right.
For me, like, he could have went die right off the rip.
He was saying that when Lil Tim, his opinion, like when Lil Tim got out the car, he felt like you already had the strap. He had the upper hand. He could have came out and backed him down like, yo, back the fuck up off my man. And it would have been a different altercation. Some people say when that gun came out, it would have been a shootout, but it would be different. The charge, he wouldn't be facing a murder charge. It'd be really a self-defense because he gave a warning. But he was saying the problem with the youth and it ain't just the kids, because we could blame the kids, but the adults is the ones that they mimicking. Between us as men, or between women to woman, or man to woman, or shit like that, there's a level of disrespect. Motherfuckers ain't saying like, yo, I'm sorry. Y'all apologize for me being, yo, you know what? My bad, bro. It's my fault. Everybody got an ego, and so it's up now. So since nobody with the youth in the streets, and not just the streets, because the streets became everybody's household damn near, is that what happened to motherfuckers apologizing? What happened to people understanding that, yeah, I'm wrong, G. My fault, bro. Because that's the difference between somebody getting a situation can be as simple as saying, like, nah, bro, I was wrong. Boom, boom, boom. But instead, somebody get murdered.
This is mom of the rip went to kill. How you went to kill? How much hate you had already to kill this man?
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Was it the drugs? You had the upper hand to just clear the scene and just say, yo, chill.
Real.
You had the upper hand was just like, yo, bat niggas up and get your dog out of here.
Right.
But you already chose the murder route. Where niggas gonna wake up to be like, yo, look, like chill, like ice up.
That ain't
no morals in this shit.
right.
All right. Let me just pause and address what Rowdy's saying. I'm not no street nigga, so please understand when I'm talking, I'm not no street nigga, right? But I'm someone who, you know, not only is licensed to own weapons, but also carry as well. When you're licensed to carry, and again, I'm talking as a non-street nigga, but when you're licensed to carry, nobody says pull your gun out to clear up the area. That doesn't happen. Also, let me tell you this. I live in New Jersey. In New Jersey, basically because of the letter of the law, and let me not say this in a hinted fashion, but there is a saying that says, dead man tell no tales. Okay? Bro, the point I'm trying to tell y'all, it's inconceivable to say that a dude who, from all we know, Quando Rondo and Lil Tim might have, maybe they were with two other people or one other person, maybe just...
I'm going to tell you why I'm looking down at my screen and why my face changed. So ever since I put out this Kyrie song, they keep giving me all these fucking excuses about why they will or why they won't. So the album is still up for a second. Not to change the subject. The album is up. They wanted me to do something. I took the record off, which it's an artist that's around here that if you got a certain level of celebrity, you need permission to put their shit out. So that record ain't up there no more. Right? Ain't no samples on my album. So then they say, oh, it's another guy, Rick Mills. His name is Rick Mills, the producer, but he rapping. So they said, oh, you can't put up there. He's the producer. So I changed that. So, okay, can y'all please send it through? So then they hit me this morning and saying, oh, track one, we see that it's out already. It's not out. It's not out. I've never put that song out. Track one has never been put out. It's not on any song, on any albums, anywhere. It's not out. So for them to say this to me, this is why we starting to realize that ever since I try to put out that Kyrie song, which I'm gonna end up having to get a lawyer and sue this, I'm gonna end up suing the dog shit out of TuneCore. Because what they keep telling me, my issue is this: if there's a problem with my release, and this for everybody who handle business, if I submit an album with 10 songs, and you hit me and you say, okay, I can't put this album out because there's a song with a rapper that you need permission or whatever, well, I'll take that off until I clear that. And then you hit me back later and say, oh, well, there's another song up here. Why not just write me? Why not, when you write me or email me, why not tell me all the things that I need to fix? Why? Listen, because when they email me, it takes them a day or two to get back to me. So why would you email me one issue and then I fix it and you email me another issue? If it's 4 issues, it's going to take us 12 days to fix this fucking issue. So I'm starting to tell everybody around here to don't fuck with TuneCore. Now, I got over like 200 songs with TuneCore, and the way that they doing me is fucked up. So I'm definitely switching. I'm going to keep my music that's up there for a minute, but I'm definitely about to switch. This is, and I'm going to tell you, this is what it says. This says, on further review, we can see that track one was previously released with a different title. which does not match the release information of this release. Creates an inconsistency in the metadata against the store's guideline, which in request updates of these titles. The song has never been put out. I'll prove it. I'm on my Spotify right now. The albums I got out are For the Money EP. Hold on. Shut up. For the Money. Dare to Be You. Flower, can you please shut up? I got out For the Money, BH We Trust, Come Up, Books Fly, Real Rap, Deep End, For the Moment, For the Money. Dare to Be You, The Shit, Indifferences, Goosebumps, True to Art, Celebrated, Tools, Woman, Beauty is Deep. Because on my Spotify, these all the stuff I got out, right? And these just albums. Then we go back and then we got like Triangle Offense. Did They Know? Make the Cut, The Trap, Pick Her Up, Success. Nothing come between us. I might. What you know? What's the problem? Player. I went in. Play for keeps. Not at home. Being loyal. Then we got Ought to Be Organic. There's 16 songs up here. Organic Theory. Give It Up. Achiever. Want It. I'm a fucker. Weekend. Instagram. Organ Definition. That's a skit. Speculation. Little Black Boy. Fruit. Roller Coaster. Product of My Environment. What is the problem? Desert for Destiny. This album came out 2019. Intro. Free Throws. Know Where You're Going. Convict. A skit from my homeboy from the Feds. Hater, Keep It Moving. Remember, Dreaming. Another skit. Anymore. Momentum. Leaving. Go Get It. Stay Committed. Learn the Business. And the last skit. Now all my singles. How About You? We Work. Know Where You Going. Little Black Boy. Go Get It. Messiah. Legacy. Pinky Ring. The Summer. We At It. Pay Me What You Owe Me. Hit It From the Back. It's Mine. Logic. Downtime. Welcome to the Top. Running. Two People. I Own It, Savage Life, right? Those are all the records. On my TuneCore, the first song, let's go back. The first song has never been put out. So this is what I wrote them back. This song never came out and it was never released. Please stop making excuses for the things that's not the issue, and I'm offended by all this. You could have told me all the problems at once about this CD. Why keep telling me one at a time? It's unprofessional. And I got to finish saying, especially when he write me, when I write him back, he might not respond till he might respond this afternoon. More than likely, he's gonna respond like 1, 2 o'clock, which means they on a different time zone. So that's the reason. I want y'all to see the bullshit. That Kyrie song at first, I'm like, well, no, they not fucking with me. Nah, they fucking with me. And I done went about 10 to 12 different things. I had 10, I took 4 off. So I made sure they couldn't. I took anything that had a sample, and the whole album full of things that I created. The beats, the sound, my homeboys wrote the raps, everything. What's the issue? Oh, you got a guy named Rick Mills, a producer, but that's his rap name. That's his legal name. So just because he says he's a producer, but he also made some of the beat. You see? So this is where the business and this shit get sideways and messed up. So I just want to explain to y'all where I see my face go left. If it takes a day for you to respond to me, this album was supposed to come out on Thanksgiving. I sent this shit through on like the 14th. They waited till like 2 days before to tell me like, oh, we can't take it, knowing that it wasn't enough time to fix it. So this is when it started to get to the point where, okay, y'all fuck with me because y'all mad because I got an opinion. The Jewish must own the fucking TuneCore. I never said the word Jewish. I never disrespected nobody that was Jew. I give a fuck if y'all think I'm anti-Semitic. I know I'm pro-black, or what we call me. Everything else I give a fuck about. I'm gonna speak my mind, freedom of speech, and I'm starting to realize I'm about to take my bread and I'm about to go get me a lawyer and I'm about to go after TuneCore. For one, they violated my rights. Well, Kyrie a millionaire, which don't make sense. Why he ain't going after the NBA? He ain't going after them because he's trying to get that 100-something million that they own first. But bullshit, not even important. I've never put that song out before. So my question to them is, what's the excuse? The song doesn't exist. But let me go back. I switched the subject because I wanted y'all to understand why I'm looking at this, looking at the screen like this. This is bullshit. But it's cool because it's like 4 other streaming services. I got to cancel like 2 already. So that's just for everybody that's into like business or music that watch me, a lot of artists and shit that get game from me. This is why motherfuckers don't fuck with TuneCore. You know what I mean? But let me go back to Rowdy real quick and let's finish.
Them alone. And the driver, who knows? It's inconceivable to say he's going to hop out the car and somehow stop the fight by just shooting a gun in the air or doing some other shit. What is not that well known?
Where the fuck is my car?
What's not that well known? And wait, first of all, let me ask chat. But this is known to the cops. It's known to everybody. Like, they're just fans not knowing this.
Bullshit.
So wait, let me
More was in it.
get you. Okay.
Bullshit, y'all.
So I got YouTube on my left. I got Twitch on my right. Should we get back into the Vaughn situation? Because I'm gonna let y'all know certain things that y'all may have not known. Okay? Because everybody's just talking out the ass. We got the shit. And I want y'all to be like, we're not trying to play detective every fucking minute. Okay? We're not trying to play detective.
Too late for that. YouTube already proved that they was detectives. Niggas, YouTube be trying to solve cases, giving out false narratives, and motherfuckers mean well. It's just everybody giving their opinions of what they see, but they're not fact. And people take this stuff and run back and they hold it as fact.
Every fucking minute. We got the takeoff shit. We're not the top flight detective, okay? But
even though he is,
what I realized in hip hop, and this is why I do believe somebody like me exists, people go off misinformation so fucking much, it's ridiculous. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Meaning that people will take information they give,
and I hope
people will take information they given and take it at face value. So if the information they got wasn't false, then they're gonna run with it like it was true. If the information they got was true, then when they run with it, it's not so much. But even then, it sometimes just so happens that it's true. But people don't make sure that it's true. You know what I'm saying?
nobody starts this stupid shit like, oh, I just gonna make sure Lil get off. Like, that's not what this is. Like, this is very well known to everybody else. Okay. If you go to Google and you look up the footage of Lil Tim, no, just look, King Von, and by the way, this is gonna be graphic footage, so this is a big disclaimer warning. King Von, but for everybody who's going on narratives, so for all these street niggas who are commenting, let me give you the full story, which the police know and everybody else knows who wants to be educated about this. When Von is walking, he's in front. There's individuals back here who have a weapon in their hand. There's guns. Like, I don't know if y'all know, like, all this shit about, the cops, the cops killed niggas and this and third. Like, there was a shootout. But the reason why is that a lot of these niggas had guns in their hands walking up. And then there was a few who ran back to the car or ran back to there's some other cars.
Right now, he's showing a video, and it's crazy because it's about 50 of them niggas with OTF. It's about 50 of them. Because Rowdy said he could have hopped out the car and just told him to back up. If he hopped out the car, if he would have hopped out the car and pulled that shit, they would have just started shooting. So the smartest thing, whether we like it or not, in that situation, it's like 4 of them versus 50. The smartest thing that he could do, and I hate to say it, is to get out the car and snap with your pistol. Like, if you get out the car and say, I'm gonna warn you, you gonna play defense. Why are you playing defense? You better play offense. It's an unfair fight. So when Von was walking up, he might have been walking up for the fade. But when I'm in the car and I see 7, 8 niggas with a pistol and I got a pistol, but if he would have sat in that car and did nothing, then what? That's what makes it a scary situation. And then we need to talk about karma. Von got hit in a manner that was like probably a manner that he did niggas. But it's just weird today. We ain't got no remorse or no love for the real leaders of our community. But I see niggas and girls, they be out here ready to die as if Von was really speaking about some shit that was gonna better your children. And listen, I fuck with Von music. Like I fuck with certain areas of it. I understood that Von was telling his story from all of the shit he did and where he come from in his environment. But when our children listen to it and other people, everybody right now, after King Von came out, King Von was 2-time. Chief Keef started this shit. Right? And then recent them came in and Rowdy Rebel them carried this shit up top. But Von took this shit to another level. Because Von is what Reese and what's the name ain't. What Rowdy Rebel and Bobby ain't. Just like I was talking to my man, we was talking about the influence of gangs. And I was trying to explain to my man that some people say Lil Wayne had the biggest influence, and I say he had a huge influence, but he was able to make a commercial to make other people think that that's what make you a gangster, but it wasn't strong enough to push the culture completely forward like how it is today with every nigga claiming a set, right? So it's the same thing. I want you to keep King Von in mind because I'm about to make a comparison. So let's talk about, we got King Von and we got Nipsey Hussle. This is why I was mad at my nigga Nip. Nip carried the torch further than any other nigga could have ever. Just like how King Von did, because they were really, really street niggas. Like really, really street niggas. Von a lot more involved in shooting and killing than Nipsey, but we know that Nip still had to do shit. So we know. So when we talk about Lil Wayne, when he started wearing the red flag, he did make the East Coast dominant because the Bloods on the East Coast don't know that if you look at a California chart of gangs, you see it's like a pencil dot here and there. Those are the Blood neighborhoods. The rest of it is like solid blue. And then like yellow for the Mexican gang and shit like that, but it's like pencil dots are red. Lil Wayne made the flag. He made a commercial so the East Coast became a stronghold with the Bloods, especially with OG Mac and them in prison and that. We're not gonna go into that, but we know all of that. Wayne made people want to look cool to be involved, but he didn't have the influence to make everybody want to be a gangster, even the pretty boys, even the smart niggas, even the intellects. He's just a rapper. We all knew Wayne taught that street shit, but we kind of knew these was our rappers. We didn't expect our rappers to be serial killers in the 90s. We didn't. I'm sorry. For all the kids who don't get that, like, oh man, I can't believe that, man. DMX was real enough. And you see, he was one of the realest ones, and crack got him. So being real didn't look like being real in the streets, looked like it came with trauma that made us want to do drugs because we couldn't deal with our reality. But Wayne, he the one that made that shit. He took it and put it Front Street. But I say, well, wait, Snoop did it. Snoop wore the blue flag. But he did encourage that whole side of the country. He really did. But it was already dominated with Crips. He wore the blue flag, but we knew what it was, but it didn't make us all really want to really be gang members because Snoop, little slinky ass. Snoop was out there getting it. You know what I'm saying? So this knew Snoop was cool. Murder was a case of their game. We was listening to his story, but Snoop did not make us want to be a Crip. Completely. Like he did influence a lot. Just like Wayne did, but neither one of them made the intellect want to be a gang member, the street nigga want to be a gang member, the young kid, the youth, the grown-ups, the old motherfuckers. Only Von and Nipsey had that power, right? That's what even Von, he was a very important man to our world. That's why even though he took the wrong path, he still was a chosen man, in my opinion. He just had the wrong path, but he was trying to change shit. That's why he was trying to help his homeboys. He had a lot of issues, but he was trying to be better. He still couldn't escape his old thing. So not to let me jump, but Snoop got famous. Wayne got famous in his run. He made the whole East Coast want to be Bloods. Boom. But everybody won't putting flags and trying to scream gangs in their music at the time. Few niggas would say something here and there. Birdman and them started that shit. The niggas out west, the homies out west weren't trying to put their gangs in the music all the way. Only Nipsey started that. Nipsey was the first rapper claiming the Pacific gang. The rest of these niggas was like Sue Woo and da-da-da, but nobody was claiming a gang. Nipsey came in like, yo, I'm a 60 Crip. So he made the rest of the world, let me keep it funky. Niggas running around the East Coast screaming Bloods and Crips since 2000. So the last 22 years, half the niggas running around screaming blood and Crip were just saying, I'm blood, I'm Crip, but what type are you? What's your set? What block you from? What are you? And most niggas couldn't answer that question until about 5-6 years ago when Nip came out and it started making more sense because they, oh, word. Matter of fact, I remember niggas ain't even thinking that the Rolling 60s was real in North Carolina. That's how far the California politics and the truth is from what we get outside and what niggas is imitating. When Nipsey came, Nipsey was a pretty boy. He light-skinned, right? All the girls wanted this nigga. He had the swag and the image and the charisma to make all the kids and even the grown-ups his age and older want to be like him. He was an intellect, so he made us. He made the street niggas with a brain realize, like, shit. Yeah, he had to pull. Lil Wayne didn't. When I think of Lil Wayne, I think Lil Wayne a box of fucking rocks. He was on a TV show with Skip and them talking about some. I don't fuck with Lil Wayne. If y'all that's your favorite rappers, I don't give a damn. Wayne ain't about shit. They were talking about racism. Wayne said, I've never seen racism. Oh, yeah? Nigga, you from Louisiana. Miss me. Miss me. Nah, you don't want to fuck up your money coming from them. Say that. So I would have rather Wayne said, look, I ain't really about to speak about this because I got my opinions, but I don't speak about this because I'm not going to mess my money up. But don't say, I've never seen it in my life. You a coward. Because that's like you, that what you just did was you opened the door for motherfuckers to play your video like we don't do black people wrong, and they play Lil Wayne. But look at Lil Wayne. That's what y'all sons are gonna look like. You feel me? Look at what's that girl from Love and Hip Hop that everybody was laughing at this week, talking about how bad the drugs got it. That's what all the girl rappers, all our daughters want to be rappers. They want to be strippers and hoes and prostitutes. And they're gonna be strung out drunks and drug addicts. Look at that video of Chris Brown recently. Y'all don't remember that video of Chris Brown where he see what's her name? The big girl, Lizzo. He sees her and she like, oh my God, you my favorite. And Chris is so high, like he high out his fucking mind. He on dope, heroin, crack or something. So like they tell Chris, she like you my favorite. Chris was like, motherfucker high out his fucking mind. Chris Brown is our Michael Jackson. He high out his fucking mind. Why is he on drugs like that? Where's his protection? Where's his circle? When we seen him start trying to get in the gangs, we should have known something was wrong then. But you can't help these celebrities because the shit they are part of, you can't help them. But remember, Nipsey, Chief Keef, they said he had shot at a cop. He won't really know killer, career killer, psychopath, sociopath. Rowdy Rebel, them homeboys who got them life sentences, they was pulling triggers. But Rowdy was a real street nigga, but he won't just out there trying to kill just to kill. That's why he said, yo, you know what type of hate you gotta have to just get out the car and kill a nigga? So that would tell you, Chief Keef, none of the rappers could have done what King Von did because he was really front line. He didn't represent the public, he represented the kid that was a good kid that fell victim to the hood because of the society. The hood is in the politics in the streets is stronger, has a more influence on us than our parents do. If y'all feel me. You know what I mean? He said, remember a long time ago I told you about dropping knowledge? Saying, yeah, I feel you. Let me keep going. We're gonna get back to this, see what X saying.
And across the street too. They went to grab their gun. The point what I'm trying to tell y'all, which this is exactly why it's gonna be an interesting case with Lil Tim and Quando, is that if Lil Tim, who's in this car, says he sees individuals in this crowd with a gun in their hand, that might be self-defense. And by the way, this is just a fact. Like, I don't want to point out exactly who. We're not getting that deep. I'm telling you what it is, okay? You can get mad all you want. You can just try to make some shit up. Right here when Von is walking up, there's individuals here in this crowd with a gun. It's visible on camera. It's visible on other camera angles. Trust me. I'm telling you this is a fact. And if you niggas don't want to believe it, sure. Okay? So this happens. Vaughn starts giving Quando the beats. Whatever. By the way, I'm gonna tell you this right now. Some of these dudes have guns. Keep in mind, and I'm telling you what Lil Tim's lawyer is gonna say. He's in the car. He's gonna say, "Oh, I seen niggas with guns." But that's what his lawyer's gonna tell him. There's angles where niggas got guns. You can see them, right? And they're not firing because Bonds is fighting. But that's why he hops out. He comes to the back of the car, right? He goes right here, and he starts firing. Okay? Look, okay. Let's keep it going. Bang, bang. Tim just got shot. Look at this guy, right? Like, I don't want to do too much with this shit. There's another angle. Let me find the other angle.
The only point he's making is that it's a good chance that he could beat this shit on self-defense because there's 50 people around the car. But we really need to understand how we still are never going to get the question about how did these two just so happen to end up in the same spot. That's the part that's bullshit. They ain't just so happen to end up in that spot. They didn't. Yeah, they bugging. Hold on, y'all. But that's the only thing he really saying. And forgive me for that break. But the truth is, in these situations, it's not that simple. You know what I mean? I want to hear some more Rowdy point of views, though. Hopefully it ain't still low. Because his interview, I don't know if it's how he uploaded it, but it was super low.
Gino, I'm not Gino, I'm S Dot. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, bro. No reason, bro. And ties. Yeah. That's it. I'm in the back. We coming from the Bronx. We live in Brooklyn, but we have no reason to bring in the Bronx. Right. It's my son Flo's birthday. He's the outie. So many trouble. It's always an alcohol. It's always an alcohol to the point. I never was like the son got tired. I'm like his face started peeling, like he was bad, bro. Yeah. Like wow. I'm talking about Georgie.
Alcohol be having niggas. Niggas think because it's legal is better, but alcohol be killing more than any. Then they're like it be destroying. Like alcohol is crazy part. It might not kill as much as the other drugs, but it destroy at a way faster rate. The ability to destroy, because alcohol, motherfucker, be normal in the daytime and a zombie at night. That's different. You know what I'm saying?
Because he can't even afford the liquor, son liquor. He's to the point where he can't. My son was. He was out of it. He was like one of them drunks that buy like a beer and get twisted off and roll up tops. Yo, and this is my baby boy. So boom, we go to the Bronx. We go to the celebration, we buy 2 stacks. We buy 2 stacks of more wet niggas. We buy the more wet niggas, 2 stacks niggas. For me, so boom, we leaving this shit. We walk into the train station. Mind you, niggas, that's your stage. Gino Mars like your stage for the night. Gino, I'm talking about Gino. That's 800 Forest. Gino, one down. You feel me? I be with them. For me, like this is like we be real shit from the block. Like, bro, we like, nah, we're not staying. We going home. We drunk. We ready to get on the train. Boom, there's some Spanish niggas having an altercation. I think they was beating somebody else. What are you doing? They was fighting their own mans out. They was fighting their own mans. Yeah. It's 4 a.m. though. It's mad. It's like mad early. So you know at that time it's quiet. Right. But so if you're ever having a commotion, it's loud. Right. So when we walking, they up in front of me. It's me and my boy Taj, the one that got stabbed with me. We in the back. You feel me? I'm playing a PSP. He eating the rest of the lasagna that Gino Mars, the big eater Gino Mars. PSP in the long time. He had it was not in a glass plate. It was a glass. It was a plate, not glass though. It was like the plates, like the bowls. No, you can't say glass. Glass is glass. It was a plate, nigga. Yeah, like one of them old Trinity plates your moms would give you, nigga. he eating the baked ziti. I'm playing PS5. So PSP, he tapped me, he like, yo, boy, look. So I'm like, I look up, I'm drunk though, I'm smacked. Hold on, when you was playing the PS3, I'm playing the PS5. I mean, the PSP, little portable shit. Oh, all right, portable shit, yeah. I'm 15, I'm the youngest out of everybody. Yeah. My stupid ass, I'm playing, I'm drunk. I'm like, bro, tap me like, yo, boy, look up. I mean, I look up, it's Spanish niggas in front of us. I don't know what they talk about. What? They tell me what they talk about after. And when they tell me what they was talking about after, they was like, yo, bro, we had the situation under control. You're dumbass. I started everything. So when he tapped me, he like, yo, boy, look up. I'm like, oh. Pockets of PSP. Down's the cup. Just like that. Yo, I'm playing the PS. I got the cup in my hand. Down's the cup. Boom. I'm walking. I'm like, all right. I'm like, niggas ain't cranking off yet? Yeah. This was getting me tight. I'm tight walking to them. I'm like, why are you still talking with these niggas, bro? I see niggas, and my head is lit. Yeah. I'm like, why are niggas still talking to niggas? I'm like, yo, watch out. I'm like, watch out, bro. Watch out, bro. I get to the front line. I'm like, yo, bitch, drunks boy. I'm talking about shit is out cold. Boy, out cold. I steps over here. When I step over, boy, they start going, come here. They like, backing up. But then when they backing up, I don't even know they backing up weapons. They like, no, Spanish niggas. One nigga bring up poker, the other nigga back on some shit. My Spanish, but they stay with me. They stay with me. I'm running towards these niggas. Very nice and shit. I stuff one nigga, big bop. Go to the next nigga, he stuffed me, big. I fall, tumble. I get up now. I go to the double, some next nigga run by, he hit me, big. Man, hit me. My stomach, he's pussy. But now I come and I go, I'm like, wow. Like I'm mad weak now. My legs is loose. I can't stand up. So what the fuck is going on? What's going on? I look, boy. First of all, my shit was like out my stomach already. Like it was like this little hole right here. Yeah. Because before I even lift my shirt up, my guts was right here. Like this is my shirt. My like a little piece of my stomach was right here. I'm like, yo, what is this? I'm like, what the fuck? And I tell her, like, why is she bleeding? So I go lift my stomach. And like it's like I'm like, oh shit, nah, this is my stomach. I'm like, yo, bro. I don't know what they just did. They got me, bro. They got me out, bro. My legs just keep giving out. Yeah. I look to the right. I see.
Yeah, that's exactly how it happens too. If you ever been in some shit or been around that shit, that's exactly how it happens. Y'all, you be ready. Y'all be out there arguing or whatever. Somebody swings, something go down, and they in the middle of some shit. It happens so fast. They be like, boop, boop, boop. You think a nigga hit you on your shoulder, or you think a nigga just tapped you on your chin, or you think somebody just like mushed you. You think like, damn, who the fuck just knocked me down? You get up, but you don't realize that was the force of the bullet, or that was the bullet hitting you and shit. Because it's so fast. The reaction time comes later. You know what I'm saying? You could be hit 2-3 times, but your adrenaline flowing, you don't even fucking know. You know what I'm saying?
I was like, yo, bro, this just poked me, bro.
Attention, American patriots. Your neighbors need your help. And this is your invitation to join a secret group.
Oh, they poked me.
Now, one of my last parts, the last conversation was the most important, is this Denzel conversation. I just so happen to be online, and so Denzel, he's gonna tell a story, and we're gonna build on it in a second. All right.
You know, the city party. I was very fortunate. In fact, he came to I talked to him before that, but I think it was when we came to Soldier's Play. He said, "You're good."
Oh wow!
Yeah, and
wow.
I got a part in a movie in 1986. I called it "The Nigga They Couldn't Kill."
Oh.
Yeah, he was supposed to be. He raped a white woman, and they tried to electrocute him, but it didn't work. And he became sort of a cult hero. No, not that one. That was the other one. But, and then they tried to hang him, and they tried to do all this stuff. And I had a lot of training day in me. There were some Jewish people in the audition, and I said, yeah. They said, no, it's funny. It's like they hang them and then they can't. I said, yeah, like you bring some Jewish people into a room and they think it's a shower, but it's gas. Oh. And they said, right. I said, right. That ain't funny. So to me, it wasn't funny about putting a rope around my neck either.
Facts. Now we're gonna bring that back. How would you think about what Denzel just said? He said that some guy seen him and he was in a play on like Broadway and he was like, yo, you're good. So he said he goes and he said he called it the movie The Nigga They Couldn't Kill. He said they tried to electrocute, he raped the white woman, they tried to electrocute him, he don't die, so he become like a cult figure. Then they try to hang him, he don't die, like they were trying to kill him, but he don't die. So he said the Jewish people was like, look, man, it's funny. Like, yeah, we can't kill him, he's hanging, he just still lives. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then he said, he said, yeah, like, we bring a bunch of Jewish people in here because the people that was telling him this was Jewish. We bring a bunch of Jewish people in here and they think they're taking a shower and we cut gas on. He said, and he was like, no, oh, he said, yeah, and neither is trying to make me act out some shit y'all really did to me or my ancestors.
And he became sort of a cult hero. No, not that one. LDL was the awful one. But, and then they tried to hang him and they tried to do all this stuff. And I had a lot of training day in me. There were some Jewish people in the audition, and I said, yeah. They said, no, it's funny. It's like they hang them and then they can't. I said, yeah, like you bring some Jewish people into a room and they think it's a shower, but it's gas. Oh. And they said, right. I said, right. That ain't funny. So to me, it wasn't funny about putting a rope around my neck either. I made a point. The guy was like, who the hell was this little talking like this? So anyway, make a long story long.
He said, make a long story long. So you letting us know he ain't about to make this short.
Called Sydney, and I was sick because he told me to call him. If I said, man, they offered me $600,000 to play the nigga they couldn't kill. And he said, I'm not going to tell you what to do. He said, I'm not going to tell you that, Denzel. He says, but I can tell you this. The first 2 or 3 or 4 films you do in this business will dictate how you're perceived in this business. So you make a decision. You know, he didn't tell me what to do, and I give him credit for that. And I turned it down, and 6 months later, I got Cry Freedom. And got an Oscar nomination. So
he called somebody, but he could only call somebody who's in that world. You think it was a black man? It might have been. You think it was somebody else, but the point was he told him, like, look, I'm not going to tell you what to do. But remember, the first jobs you do set a precedent for who you are in this business, and they're going to fuck with you. So they want to, that's why they're prepping you from the beginning to see, they make you do uncomfortable movies like Holiday Heart, where Ben Grains had to be gay, or where Will Smith had to be gay. So the first movie is already prepping you for in the future, so they know. So that's why these are the roles. And he said he turned it down, and he got another movie, Something to Freedom, and he got an Oscar for it. I want y'all to pay attention to the stuff I bring y'all half the time, because I realize that as a person and as a man as I get older, I can't help everybody. But if you listen to me and fuck with me, I'm only hoping that I help build character in what we talk about, what we speak of, and what you take home to your children and to your families. Right? But it's saying in this business, it's any business, music, acting, basketball. The first is going to dictate. That's why Kyrie, they so mad at Kyrie. Because many times when he didn't want to follow the group. I'm not taking a shot. I wouldn't have took the shot. So you become, they say, oh, you're hard to work with because you won't let them do what you want.
It could have gone an entirely, you never know. It could have gone, my whole career could have gone an entirely different way. Well, in a different way.
Okay,
yeah. And all the Jewish people now, just making a point. But I was dead serious about it because they were laughing.
He said, and all the Jewish people don't, because they're going to attack him. But see, black men are speaking. And I don't think this isn't new. This is probably older, because I don't think this black woman got a show no more. The actor. Let me see. But they were saying somebody, a white person, people were saying, is he anti-Semitic? That's why the reason they posted this was really to expose him, I guess, so they can try to put Denzel in the mix. Because that's why the video was really made, because it says what he said about Jews is anti-Semitic. But in them trying to expose him, you also see, you try to expose Kyrie, but you show our people what people really feel about us. So he just being honest. Does that make you anti-Semitic? And like I said, they went and like Charleston White said the other day, which is very true. Even though I hate the coach Charleston after that bullshit he did, I get it. Look at what they're doing. Look at how we're allowed to do things to each other and shit like that, but we can't speak. They did go back, and it wasn't Charleston, it was some lawyer said that they went back and they created a new definition in the last year or so for anti-Semitic.
Like, oh no, it's funny. They electrocute him, and then I can just see the poster with me with a rope around my neck. I just had dreams about it. Like,
I have a question.
that wacky guy they tried to kill.
Denzel retarded. I'm just showing y'all what he's doing. He was like, you can see yourself on a poster, like for real, like this supposed to be a comedy? Yo, y'all have no idea. Listen, crazy part is the intellect say, you know that people call a lot of people conspiracy theorists. But the truth is that over 98% of all conspiracies are true. Check me.
What do you think? Isn't that?
I think that was deep. But I ain't gonna hold y'all this morning. BH. Hold up, before I get out of here, hold on. I see somebody. Good morning. I didn't hear about Ice Cube not taking a shot. Let me look through the feed before I won't get on. How do y'all feel? Yeah, they TuneCore people are gonna start watching my videos because I'm basically because I allowed TuneCore to go and help with my YouTube. So like when I release music, they got access so they can go in and put the new songs up there. But I don't give a fuck. They want streaming service. That's why I come from, man. I sold my first 100,000 CDs in the streets. You know what I'm saying? I don't really give a damn personally. I'm just being real. It might set me back, but I'm already prepping for it because I already understand that for what I do and what I'm saying and some of the stuff I talk about, I have to build my own platform. So I ain't offended by the shit. But I do agree. But they can see it. I don't give a damn. That's why I titled it TuneCore. They kick who out of Hollywood? Oh, Ice Cube. Oh, wow. We ain't seen Denzel in a minute either. Since he started being vocal a couple years ago, we ain't seen Denzel like that either. But I think that's crazy. Dave Chappelle said there's a lot of them. I mean, a lot of them. And this is so the question is, that's when you starting to learn that when they ask for that dress, who are they? Those are those particular people in power. So it's not that Kanye is just tripping and trying to be funny. All we know as black people, you Jewish? So if we got to deal with a bunch of Jewish people who's doing a bunch of wrong and negativity, we will start to assume that that's how it is. Charleston White said some deep shit yesterday. He said if there's such guys, people, then why are they oppressing the Palestinians? Why did the United Nations have to come in and tell them in Israel, like, yo, chill? Like, United Nations had to come in and stop them from treating the Palestinians like dirt. So I asked that question, and people get mad at me. We believe if karma was slavery was our karma for our negativity and what we did as rulers. So why don't we ever think that, not that it's right, we don't think slavery is right. I'm not saying that, we deserved it. I'm not trying to say, that's what it's karma. It happens. What goes around comes around. That's the law of nature. So you never think that maybe the Holocaust was karma? BH.